Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you all very much for your support the last couple of months. I really appreciate it. And for those who are visiting me the first time, my name is Loks and I live in Auckland, New Zealand. In my past videos, I've shared some recipes and clips of my garden. But today I want to start a new series and it's going to be about health. And the very first topic I've chosen is about smoking. Most of you all are aware that May 31st is No Tobacco Day. So it's also the Quit Smoking Day. So this is my little contribution to help those who are trying to quit smoking and also help families who are trying their loved ones to quit smoking. So this topic is not new. We've heard this several times over and over and over the years. But I want to use this opportunity to remind each other of the ill effects of smoking. And if this video can help even just one person, I would be really glad. So let's jump into this. But before that, I want to add some disclaimer to this. This isn't a medical advice. This is purely research that I have done, the facts and the data that I have collected. I want to share this information with you, and some of them are really shocking. Even when I was doing this research, I really didn't think it would be this bad. So stick to this. If you're tempted to stop the video right now, please don't. I'm sure you will find this video quite interesting, and please continue to watch. Please share this with your family and friends who are struggling to quit smoking, or also who are trying to help others quit smoking. You could be a colleague, a friend, a family member, or anyone for that matter who wants to help others. So let's jump into it. Firstly, I want to start with some statistics. So you can see the table here. I've just collected data from a few countries. So just the ones that I have visited or I've lived in. So to start with, here we go with New Zealand. There are about 500,000 smokers, and out of that, 5,000 die every year. So that's nearly 13 a day. Now in Australia, there are 2.6 million smokers and 20,000 die every year. So you will notice the numbers get bigger and bigger as the population is bigger. So the largest amount of smokers are in China, that's 300 million, and out of that, 1 million die every single year. Now, just in New Zealand, smoking kills more people uh, compared to the road crashes, alcohol, drugs, suicide, murder, drowning, and earthquakes all put together. So you can imagine how dangerous the smoking is. So those were the numbers of those who smoke, but now it gets worse because there are second-hand smokers. Those are passive smokers. So those standing around the smokers or those who live with smokers. So there are about 1/3 of world's population that are exposed to smoke. That's a lot. That's a real big number. So that's 1/3. Now, the link between secondhand smoking and several health outcomes such as respiratory infections, ischemic heart disease, lung cancer, and asthma have long been established. Secondhand smokers are also in danger. Now, more than 600,000 deaths per worldwide are caused by secondhand smoke. That is more than 1% of all deaths put together. And out of these, 165,000 are children. So you can imagine. Now, in New Zealand alone, about 15,000 asthma attacks in children under 16 are caused by secondhand smoke every year. So, as I said, even the secondhand smokers are in danger. There are some key facts from World Health Organization that I want to share with you. So, tobacco kills half of its users. So, if there are 500,000 using it will definitely kill 250,000 of them. Now, tobacco kills more than 8 million every year. So that's among the world population. More than 7 million of those deaths are a result of direct tobacco use, and the rest are all the secondhand smokers. So it is dangerous. Now, around 80% of the world's smoker live in low and middle income countries. Now, any guesses how many smokers we have in this world? That's 1.1 billion. Yes, you saw that right. That's 1.1 billion smokers. Now, I mentioned about the secondhand smokers being one third of the world's population. That's again nearly 2.5 billion. That's a lot. A lot. I'm sure we've all wondered what's in a cigarette. We all know there are chemicals and tobacco and whatnot, but what's actually in it? So I again did some research and I was really shocked to notice. So let's see what is in a cigarette. There are about 4,000 to 7,000 chemicals in them. 4,000 to 7,000 chemicals, and 250 of them are harmful. So you can imagine those numbers. Out of that, 69 are cancer causing chemicals. Now, why would anyone want to smoke when there's so many chemicals in it? But there are three chemicals that have been identified and noted down in one of the government websites. So those are hexamin. Hexamin is used in paint, arsenic is used in rat poison, and acetone is used in nail polish remover. So, smokers, you might want to think about this. Why do you want to smoke 7,000 chemicals when you know it is dangerous? What smoking does to our body? We all know it. There's various things and various ill effects of it. But let's have a look what it actually does. So you will notice this diagram here from top to bottom. It pretty much affects every part of the body, starting with gum disease, vision problems, risk of various cancers, lung cancer, heart disease, diabetes, and infertility. It also weakens immune system, blood clots, and aging skin. But the biggest one is the lung cancer. Lung cancer is what kills many smokers. Then these effects on our body, there's also the effect on financial health. So people do spend a lot of money on these cigarettes, which could be used in a better way for something else, which we will look at it later. So we all need to play a part in helping each other quit smoking and helping our family members quit smoking. Apart from us, the governments, the health organizations, they also need to play a part. So let's look at what they actually do. What Not all of them, but some of them. So let's have a look. Now, only 23 countries representing 32% of world's population has full or partial cost coverage. So not all countries have the facility to help smokers quit. And only 48 countries representing that's just 18% of the world's population have completely banned all forms of tobacco advertising, promotion, and sponsorship. I guess we don't see many ads on television these days, so that's a good thing. Now, only 38 countries with 14% of world's population have introduced taxes on tobacco products. Uh, but the tobacco tax revenues are on average 250 times higher than actual spending on tobacco control. And there are also campaign on boxes. Over half the world's population live in 91 countries that meet best practice for graphic health warnings. So that also includes warnings in the local language. And you would have noticed this on the tobacco products with pictures of lung cancer and heart disease. So that's good. And the other one is mass media campaigns. And often when we are at the cinema, there are warnings about effects of smoking, which is actually pretty good. So there's one country that's really done well in this cause. So that's Bhutan. On 16 June 2010, Bhutan became the first country to institute a total ban on tobacco. That's really awesome news. I really wish other countries followed Bhutan and help people stop smoking and become smoke-free zone. Here in New Zealand, there are several campaigns going on to make this a smoke free country, and that's by 2025. And I really hope this happens and New Zealand does become a smoke free country. Are you trying to quit smoking or are you helping someone? I'm sure you can. I'm absolutely certain you can quit smoking if you tried a little harder. So, what are the different facilities that are available for people to help quit smoking? So firstly, there's counseling. Now, I think health professional needs to be involved. Those are your GPs and other doctors who can offer advice and help people quit. So, when health professionals are involved, the success rate does go up, and it increases the chance of quitting by nearly 84%. Other than the counseling, there's medication part. So if a person is not ready to stop smoking right away, and or if they're struggling, there's a nicotine replacement therapy that can be used to help reduce their smoking before they fully stop this. And apart from this, there are other medications which your doctor can prescribe. So you might want to speak to your doctor about this and explain to them why you want to quit smoking, and so I'm sure they will be able to help you. If you're a family member or a colleague or a friend who wants to help others quit smoking, here are some tips for you. First one, remind them you are there to support them. If you are a smoker, you might want to consider quitting along with them, because quitting together with family and friends can make this journey a lot easier. Now, you need to remember the quitter is in charge of their lifestyle. So do respect that. And because it's their lifestyle change and not yours, you might want to be careful how you want to help them. Right now, secondly, you need to create smoke free environments. So if you're a family member, you might want to do this at home and your car. And if you're an employer, you might want to try this at the office. Now, do make your home smoke free, meaning that no one can smoke in any part of the house or your car. So remove all lighters and ashtrays from your home, and remove anything that reminds them of smoking. So just make sure that you try and involve them in other activities that can get their mind off smoking. Thirdly, talk to your children about the risks of smoking and how hard it is to quit. If you have friends or relatives that have died from smoking related disease, do let your children know and explain to them the ill effects, and let them know what it actually does to their body, because these days kids think it's actually trendy to smoke, but it's actually not. Now, someone's trying, but there are slip ups. So tell them having slip ups is normal. Stopping smoking is hard, and it usually takes several attempts, so it doesn't just happen overnight. The important thing is to keep trying. Remind them of the reasons for quitting. If so, someone's mentioned that they want to do this for their health or their family or whatever it is, just remind them, politely keep reminding them why they want to quit smoking. And if they have quit smoking, say they've gone without a smoke for a week, do celebrate it. Quitting smoking is a real big deal. So celebrate it, not with a smoke, but with something else like an ice cream. There are several health benefits when you quit smoking, and also other financial health benefits as well. So let's look at what they are. From this little diagram, you will notice what the long term and short term benefits of quitting smoking are. So, the benefits start from the very first 20 minutes of it. So, first, you will notice the individual's heart and blood pressure decreases, and in 12 hours' time, their carbon monoxide level goes down. And in few months, the lungs continue to improve and heal. And in 5 years, the risk of getting any of those cancers, various cancers, do reduce. And by 15 years, the risk of diseases equates to that of a non smoker. Yes, it does take quite a bit of time, but the other benefits can be noticed within few weeks and months. So it is pretty good. Now, also, when you quit smoking, it reduces the chances of impotence, having difficulty getting pregnant, having premature births, babies with low birth weights, and miscarriages. So, again, those are benefits. Now, the withdrawal symptoms do take about roughly 4 weeks, but that's just 4 weeks. If you can gain more life, 4 weeks is absolutely nothing. Now, the other benefits are your financial benefits. You can watch your savings grow, and with those, you can go on a wonderful holiday and create some beautiful memories. When there are so many benefits when you quit smoking, why wouldn't you? Think about it. 31st of May, yes, it is a no tobacco day, but you can start it today, you can start it tomorrow. Be prepared and start whenever you feel like. Now, some people tend to use e-cigarettes instead of cigarettes and think it is quite healthy. Now let's have a look if e-cigarettes are really healthy. There are many different types of e-cigarettes in use, and they are called ENDS, in other words, electronic nicotine delivery systems, and they have varying amounts of nicotine and harmful emissions. Both tobacco products and these e cigarettes pose risks to health. So, the safest approach is not to use either of them. So, if somebody tells you that e cigarettes are good, don't listen to them. There is no safe form of tobacco. So that brings us to the end of this video, and I hope you found this useful. And please feel free to share this with your family and friends. And even if we can help one person quit smoking, that will be a big achievement. So let's start this today. And all the best to those who are trying to quit smoking, and all the best to the family members or friends who are going to help others quit smoking. Let's make this world a better place, and let's make everyone healthy. Thank you so much for watching this, and you all have a good day.
Xa là xa, xa là xa là xa, xa là xa thật xa khói thuốc. Bỏ là bỏ thật nha, bỏ là bỏ thật nha, bỏ thuốc đi để mà làm người. Hút làm chi để cho con nít nhìn thấy nó cũng ghét.